Episode 1. 3 points. Is it point or points? Because there's multiple points.
I'm gonna let you figure
No,
out
this is all in. No, this is all in.
3 points. 3 points.
There's multiple points, so that makes sense. Okay.
3 points.
Episode 1, finally. We had 2 videos go out last week and the week before. Go check those out if you haven't seen them.
Wherever the link is.
Wherever the...
That can't make the cut.
Oh, it's in. This is all in.
As it should be.
We're casual. We know we're casual. Doesn't matter. We're certainly not professional. So, yeah, episode 1, we finally get it in the back. Benjamin doesn't have any White Lotus to watch until later, so he's here this week.
I thought it was Harry Potter.
Yeah, we carried episode 0, I'm calling it, last week. How are we, gentlemen? Tuesday
Good,
night.
man.
Recording this on a Tuesday night, March 4th.
Had some fun games today.
A lot of Champions League going on today. And off the top, listen to me. I know Arsenal scored a touchdown today, but listen.
Pipe down, headphones.
Don't come after my family. I'm getting flamed. We're not even popular yet, and I'm getting destroyed. All right, give me a break, okay? I thought they'd lose. I didn't say it would be a wipeout. I didn't say Arsenal sucked. Maybe I did. But PSV sucked today. And listen, predictions exist to be wrong. You're predicting. I don't know anything. Either way, Arsenal's going to get smacked up by Real Madrid next round, so it don't matter.
There it is.
All right, I'm done.
So I was thinking about saying the same thing until I realized Madrid only won 2-1 at home.
That is what
going to the Wanda for leg 2.
The Wanda
next round.
Wanda. Sure, yeah, it's going to be a tough one.
Yeah, they are.
They probably
we know exactly what's happening in that game. Atletico goes up 1-0. Everyone says, "Wow, they're really going to do this." Game goes to the 93rd minute. Mbappe. Game over.
Or
sends Atletico home. Or Madrid.
Like they did to City.
That'd be crazy.
You know who the big loser of today is? Not PSV. Juventus. Do you know how embarrassing that is for
That's
them?
True.
Like
that was some of my reasoning.
They've been awful though.
They've lost 3 games in the league and got knocked out by the PSV team that lost 7-1 at home to Arsenal.
Without a striker.
Yeah.
Without a striker.
Yeah. Part of my reasoning was that I don't remember.
You had said they had no attack, and it didn't matter today.
No.
Everything went their way.
Oh no, I said that.
I say everything went their way. How is that not a red card? Did I miss something?
For
Arsenal.
who?
On Lewis Skelly?
Oh, that initial challenge. It was. Was that not bad?
If that tackle is made anywhere.
Was that a red?
It was a deserved second yellow. 100.
Oh, he was already on a yellow.
I've never seen anything like that.
I didn't know he's on a yellow. Oh yeah.
On a yellow.
Oh, that should have been.
He's a child.
He's a child.
This dude.
It's just
research.
It needed to be. It's a yellow. If he didn't have a yellow.
Well, he got pulled in like the 37th minute. Mikel Arteta was like,
because he literally. I mean,
yeah, 100%.
Danger to their team. He's a danger to their team.
He's got what, 2-3 red cards this season?
Yeah, that's
leave him for Bruno. Get to him later.
Is an issue though with being reckless.
Arsenal do in general.
An issue. You can be as talented as you want.
But look,
if you're reckless,
listen to me, man.
It's gonna cost your team. I mean, that was very, very bad.
Yeah,
you got away with it.
Listen, I mean, look. There's a timeline that PSV scored that first goal where they hit the crossbar and go 1-up. Maybe it's a different game.
And lose 7-2.
Or they lose, or they just lose 7 to unanswered goals, and it's the same. De Jong should have had a second as well. It should have been 3-2 at half.
Yep.
And then they just lost the plot. I mean, Flamengo was twerking and fell on the ground for literally no reason for that third goal for Arsenal. It's just
bizarre.
Yeah, PSV just I don't know. I one of my reasoning for PSV winning was that they would be motivated by knocking Juventus out in such the way that they did, and apparently they were just like, no, that's okay.
Yeah,
It's
bigger
just,
teams
there's
tend
been
to.
No, you go.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but I mean, bigger teams tend to meet the moment, and when it comes down to it, this is a team from the Netherlands.
I stand corrected.
Hey, you never know. Maybe they'll they'll score 6 in the second leg.
If they win the Champions League, Arsenal, I'm canceling the podcast. I'll never appear again.
Yeah, that's all right.
I think the Serie A is very weak right now.
Still getting death threats, I think.
It's really weak. You have teams like
Except for
Juventus,
one team.
Milan,
Inter,
Lazio.
Goodness gracious.
Fiorentina.
No, I think Inter is as strong as it gets.
Inter's good. They're
Yeah.
good.
Mm-hmm.
But AC Milan, terrible. Juve, bad.
Certainly not what it once was, but every league kind of goes through ebbs and flows. It feels like at the end of the day, every time I look at the Champions League, there's a Serie A team sitting in the Final Four somehow. It just happens.
They
When
do.
was the last time one of them have won it though?
That's
I know
that's the
Inter was
differentiating
final
factor. Yeah.
Inter got
2 years
close.
ago,
Yep.
but
Inter also won nothing.
yeah, Inter are a good team. They're well coached. Not fun to watch at all, but
Yeah, that was the first thing I mentioned.
Speaking of not
in the Champions League
fun to
match.
watch, if we can move on from Arsenal. Dortmund, Lille. Boring.
Sloppy, bad football.
Adeyemi goal was
happens.
very nice.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous goal. I thought Dortmund were
Gorgeous.
going to run away with it, and they lost me money. I had Arsenal money line, funny enough, because I was either going to be like, I had Arsenal money line, Julian Alvarez shot on target, and he sure as hell hit that. And then Dortmund money line, and they're like, no, I want to be shit. I mean, I was watching the Golasso show, and where they wipe around and blah, 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 if you don't know what it is. And I think they flashed to the game twice when both goals were scored. That's it.
Yep.
Like nothing happened.
Otherwise, they stayed
they're
on the
going-
Arsenal. I mean,
they're going
that
to
Real
Arsenal
Madrid game
5
too.
minutes.
I mean, prediction for me, I said it would be boring, so I got something right.
Did say it would be boring. I'm assuming my most goals prediction
In the second
next leg
leg.
might have just been beaten.
Yeah,
just
you
been
never
beaten
know.
today by Arsenal, but I do still.
Oh
think
yeah, you said in the whole
we'll see an
tournament.
explosion of goals.
You said the whole rest of the tournament. So that
Yeah, but today
excludes that.
there was an 8-goal game today, so
Yeah, but the rest, as in move like away from this round.
sure. Yeah, exactly. Exactly what I was going.
I don't know why I'm fighting for you. This yeah, literally nothing to say about that other than Adeyemi's goal was very nice. I didn't even see Leo's goal because I was
Celebration was cold.
Shout out Harry.
What'd he do?
Pretty good. He's
He
good.
stood. Adeyemi scored. Stood and stared at something, and one of his teammates came over, slapped him in the face, and then that was it. He didn't move.
W assault.
Turns out it wasn't a
Yeah,
celebration. Steve A
It
just
was
assaulted.
awesome. Wasn't a celebration. He was not happy. He did not pass. The ball.
Lille are a sneaky good team though. I know Dortmund's having an off year, but I wouldn't be surprised if they knock them out next round.
Yeah, it could happen.
Second leg going back to home with a draw. Haraldson, the guy who scored for them, he's a good talent.
30.
He
I think David's gonna be the X factor in the next game as well.
Leo wants a big game
finish it
so
out.
far in the Champions League, so they got Madrid and someone else. I don't remember.
Madrid game was batshit crazy.
Yeah.
That they won that.
Oh, you mean today?
That was kind of
Or Leo?
no, like Lille. That was the first time.
I honestly don't remember much.
Kinda,
So yeah, we'll see where that one goes. Madrid derby. 2-1. I didn't see the second half.
it was as expected. Plenty of talent all across the field. Plenty of fighting. Like these two teams don't like each other.
Mm-hmm.
And you knew it right off the bat. But Real Madrid just sets the tone. They just set the tone. And when you're playing against them in their style, you're not going to win.
Yeah.
But it was a good game. I mean, Atletico has the talent to.
That Julian Alvarez goal was
something.
fucking beautiful.
Another
It
dirty
was
goal.
nasty.
Yeah.
Nasty.
I was looking at it when he shot it, and it's one of those where like, like it's like you think it's gonna. It was so good.
Yeah, curling that around a 7-foot keeper.
It's funny because I had money on him to shot on target. He was in that ridiculous position. I was just like, shoot, and he was like, I was
And
like,
so
oh
he did.
shit.
And so he did.
Did your
So
parlay hit?
I'm taking Dortmund. I took Dortmund money line. What was I gonna say? Don't know. But
I mean, that second leg-
at the Wanda, as we now call it, it's gonna be tough for Madrid. Or Real Madrid. It's not gonna be easy, but
Yeah, you never
No.
know. You never know. I mean, again, it's so difficult to play the same team so many times.
mhm.
Like eventually something has to break.
It's
I would
coin toss
imagine.
at this point.
Right, it really becomes a coin toss, and especially being in Atletico's territory, you never know. But
But do you ever see a situation where Atletico stops Madrid from scoring? No. Do you see
Not
a
if
situation
not
with
if Rodrigo
Atletico
is
where
gonna play like
Atletico can
that.
score more than one goal against Madrid?
yeah. I do,
I think
I don't
so.
know.
but I don't think. I think they can score too, but I don't think they can not give up two. So it won't really do them
Yeah.
any good.
It'll just be about who's there on the day, who's feeling themselves,
Right.
and it'll be luck.
Yeah. I mean, we saw no Mbappe today. I mean,
No.
on the score sheet.
Yeah.
And we know in a 2-leg situation he's getting on it, so it's coming.
He's due.
I'm sure he'll have a fiesta.
He loved
whatever
the
they say
he
in
loved the
French.
Etihad. So was it at the Etihad he scored the
Yeah.
Hattie? Or was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he'll rise to the moment. That's what he does. Unlike a certain somebody that he gets compared to very often.
Marcus Rashford.
Haaland.
Oh.
He actually looked pretty good today, Rashford.
Yeah. Did a lot.
He is good.
I think
is
he
good?
likes. I think he. I
So
think he
why
made the
is it
right
when he
move.
leaves United we start complimenting him? Why is
Because
that?
they're bad for United. United is where players go to die. That is what today's
Well, he didn't go
culture
there.
is.
He didn't go there and he's still alive. So
He
I don't know
was
what
there.
you mean. I don't know what you
It's
mean.
He was
just
there. He started playing badly because that's what the culture is at United. You play badly, you get rewarded with more playing time.
he also played
Until
well there. To be fair,
years ago, he hasn't
And he also didn't like go there. He was there.
he never went there.
Okay.
But
My point still stands.
So he's dead.
Players. What?
Nothing.
United are a graveyard.
there it is.
I've heard that term used for us, yeah.
At the moment,
Yeah,
I mean,
at
the
the
good
moment,
news is
yes.
that they're completely irrelevant in a Champions League conversation. So
Yeah.
It's funny.
So that's good.
You see Anthony leave, play well in La Liga, and
Well, because he just
everyone
gets to
says-
play.
No, I know, but you see people saying like, oh, like Premier League fans say, oh, we have to tax Rafinha, we have to tax Yamal. Like, it's not a good league. If Anthony's not good at United in the Prem, but he's good in La Liga, what about Marco Asensio? Tearing up the Prem, wasn't good at Madrid towards the end of his career, and then went to PSG.
Yeah, I don't think it's so as black and white as people make it out
No.
to be, but
that player,
It's not,
obviously.
it's been a theme at United that
Yeah.
players go there.
Oh, I
and
know.
They
Trust
don't
me.
perform.
Yeah, hopefully that culture's changing, but that's a whole other conversation, which we'll get to a little bit later. For
I
now,
can't wait.
since talking about, yeah, I know you have ridiculous opinions, probably.
I really don't. I think you like them.
Okay. Speaking of Rashford, Villa, Bruges. Bruges let us down, man. Oh, they looked so
I'm
good.
So disappointed.
They
I'm
looked so good
disappointed.
today.
It gave me hope, at least.
When they scored that, they went down, and I was like, F, I'm an idiot. And then they equalized, and I was like, oh, hell yeah. And they played really well this first half.
They played well until 85 minutes.
I didn't watch the second half.
Tyrone
Oh, I did watch the second half. That's not true.
Tyrone Mings saved the game.
Yeah.
An absurd goal line clearance
Yeah.
to stop from going
He's also
2-1 to Bruges.
class.
Yeah.
I
Coming
think
back.
he's
What
really,
injury
really
did he
good.
have? He had something. It wasn't
I don't
his-
know,
was-
but whatever it is, he's fully back from it.
yeah.
And he was great today, but Bruges deserved that, man.
They
That one hurt.
really put it up, and
That one hurt.
that pen was so soft. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, but it's
It's like it's one of
It's a
those where it's
pen.
like it's a pen,
pen.
but yeah.
a dive. at
What
the
did you
same
think about
time, but
the the Pardee elbow. Do you think that was a pen?
Similar.
People were like,
It didn't
it's
feel
soft.
like I wouldn't have minded either way.
Yeah.
That kind
Yeah.
of thing.
We see Pardee reprimanded for his crimes for once. So moving on.
Bruce have a good team though. Bruce
They
have a
can
do.
do it.
That's a good. They
Talented-
could.
They can
Listen,
do
they
it.
could.
good young talent that are
It's
a
like-
lot of fun to watch.
You know, 2 goals is not out of the part. Like, it's not.
It's in Villa, right?
No, I don't think Villa are a fantastic side.
It's
either.
at Villa. Like, I don't think that's really a fortress. Like somewhere that they'd fear.
Yeah,
I think it
it's
can. Yeah, they can.
not
yeah.
gonna be easy.
I'll be rooting for
Not
them.
gonna be easy.
I'll be rooting for them.
Goodness, yeah.
Your laundry's done.
Your dryer's done.
My dryer is done.
That's 2 episodes now in a row.
Yeah, it's laundry night.
It's
Podcast
laundry
night,
night.
Laundry night.
Dean equivalates this podcast to laundry time. That's how
Laundry.
important it is.
Laundry. You got to get things done around these parts.
Yeah, around these parts. Yeah.
Going into work tomorrow. All right.
All right.
I'm
well,
time for this.
I have to go in at 6 a.m. tomorrow, by the way. Ass.
Disgusting.
On my
You have to be there at 6.
on my birthday.
Birthday boy.
Can't believe you're
This is going
turning-
out. This is going out Sunday.
Sunday, so I will have
How did it Sunday?
already been drunk and turned 25. And United.
Sounds like a fucking
May
plan.
have-
Halfway to 50.
Come on, man. What the fuck? Halfway to 50? He said halfway to. I thought he was gonna say halfway to 30, which technically isn't true, but you know what I mean.
Well, then why would I have said that?
Because it's 5
Or-
years, so like, you know, 50's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, for sure.
But then I think about when I
Yeah.
was a little baby and it's like, wow, that was a long time ago. So I have to just
Really?
do that again.
You remember that?
Yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
you guys don't.
Wasn't there? I
You
don't
were,
think.
but you were there. Oh, you mean when I was a baby?
When you were a baby.
Oh no, I was because I was
For
born
sure.
before you. I had
No,
three.
but I know about.
I had
like,
2 and like
you
3
should-
months without you two on the planet. It was great.
We
I went
talk
on 3
about
vacations.
Those, like
What?
the little accessories you used to wear when you were a baby too.
Oh,
No.
there it is.
It was made. I was never worn.
We did.
We
did
could save
get
that for another time.
the mother confirmation that it was never used. So shout out to your.
I never heard that.
You were there, weren't you?
I know, but
Oh.
if I pretend that she never said that,
Oh, you
then
probably
I
had your
can
hood
go
up, then
along.
you probably didn't hear it. Anyways, yeah. So we'll see what Bruges do. It's definitely possible. Villa Park isn't too scary of a place.
Yeah, if they play the same way, the bouncers go their way,
Rhyme it again. One more time.
then maybe they'll win the day.
Oh, fucking bars. All right. I think that's all the games, right? We covered. Let's get into
That
That was
was
everything. Yeah, four
Now-
games today.
now. Cincinnati are tied 1-1 with Tigres. Now, speaking
My
of
boy,
Tigres,
Kevin
Thank you.
speaking of Tigres,
Kevin
did you?
Benke assist.
All right, I don't care. So Tigres, did you see? Speaking of Tigres, that woman score that goal.
Yeah, absurd.
Disgusting. You didn't
Did I?
see it?
It should be the Puskas winner.
Look it up. Type of Tigres goal. It's sick.
I gotta look.
Tigres lady goal.
You watch it in real time and you're like, oh, that.
Oh,
looked
wait.
pretty
I
cool.
just opened my Twitter. It's the first thing on here.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Elon's listening.
You watch it the first time, you're like, oh, that looked pretty cool. Then you see the like close up. I don't know how.
Is this video actually 2 minutes long? What was that?
Yeah, she kind of just does
What was
something
that?
and the ball goes into the net.
Yeah,
Yeah, you gotta watch the replay.
didn't really look like it was on purpose.
Yeah, I thought she was kind of just flicking it on.
What the fuck did I just watch? Just a minute. They're
I can cut around.
getting a
this.
live reaction. I mean, this is insane. How does that even physically happen?
I have no idea.
Nah. That's
It's-
insane.
Dirty.
That's wild. Good for her. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Should
Anyway.
win Puskas. Better than Garnacho's goal.
Get
That's
back.
The
Hey,
last one he
it
scored too.
Come on. All right, so those were all the games today. Again, we're recording this on the Tuesday, so we don't know. These games will have already been played by the time y'all see this. Dean or Wichman can weigh in on his picks. Any changes for the games tomorrow? Have you thought maybe a game's gonna go a different way than you think? Have you thought about it?
Let me pull up the. I mean, I haven't said my predictions, so I can kind of weigh in.
If you just want to quickly give yours, that's cool.
Yeah, I think Feyenoord Inter will probably end 0-0 in Netherlands. And then Inter will probably win 1-0 or 2-0 in the second leg. I don't think they'll give up a goal. Bayern versus Leverkusen should be a crazy game. I think there's going to be a lot of goals. Last time they played, I believe it ended 0-0. I think we'll get I think if you're a betting man, I would go alt line over 4.5.
I don't know what that means.
We're giving advice now.
We don't.
Not betting advice, but
no betting advice. You're talking to me.
I think there's going to be more than 4.5 goals tomorrow. Benfica, Barca. I think Barca will win 3-1. Benfica will get 1 goal. Barca will dominate. PSG, Liverpool in Paris. I think that's going to be a high scoring game. Another one I could see 5 goals in.
Dean thinks PSG are going to win.
I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think that if they win, they won't win by more than 1.
What are you wearing, dude? Come on. That's a dope kit, by the way. Allez la bleu.
Thank you. Griezmann.
Oh, really? Oh, that's even cooler.
Class.
All right, I hate it now.
Okay. I don't think I've got any changes.
Yeah, I'm sticking with mine.
Per se, because I know I'm going to be right with everything. But those were in terms.
Are you
of
right
going
so
through.
far? No, we lost Bruce.
Well, in terms of I mean, we can't be right or wrong yet. You can be with PSV because I couldn't have been.
Dude,
more
they could
wrong.
do it. Could you imagine?
No. I still think Lille can go through. Obviously, Bruges difficult, and then we both had Real, so that was easy. But for tomorrow, I think Leverkusen win.
Yeah, we both took Leverkusen,
and I think they go into the second leg with a leg up. No pun intended.
Leg up. I'll accept it.
Second leg up, but
third leg.
Yeah, I mean, if we want to do score predictions, just so that I can show exquisite ball knowledge again.
Okay.
With Everton Brentford over the weekend, 1-1. That was the coolest thing I've ever done.
How many games did you predict?
5
however many were
something?
at the weekend? 6, 5 or 6.
Okay.
It was the same day.
20% hit rate.
No, I think I got another one as well. I gotta look back at the scores. It was that Wednesday.
You said United.
I said United will win.
And but you said 3-4-0. I said it's gonna be close.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did know it would be closer. But and then City, I had City winning. And then Arsenal,
what a letdown that
I wouldn't have chosen draw
was.
for that. I wouldn't have chosen draw for that.
We didn't talk about Tottenham losing. And we gained, we gained
because
points on our bottom half rivals.
Oh, no, we gained
gained 3 points on our bottom half rivals. We love to see it. No, we're not. We're not. That game's in the past. We're not going to talk about it.
No, not the game. I'm talking about when you want to talk about the state of United, we can talk about the state of Tottenham. 2 big clubs that are struggling.
Graveyards.
I don't know about 2 big clubs.
No, one is a daycare.
How about 2 big clubs? Maybe like a little bit, like a big club and
children
and a little putter.
They're both ass.
Yes. All right. Well, speaking of United and Tottenham,
for tomorrow.
Okay.
Hold on, wait.
Hey, you want to jump into?
No. You want to say what you're gonna say?
Say what you for tomorrow.
Say.
Charger. Hold on. 1 second.
Did it involve you look against your ceiling?
Is this your first time podcasting?
This is the professionalism that we exert here at the 3 Points Podcast.
This is what we deal with on a weekly basis.
We do our laundry. We don't plug in our electronics, and we have exquisite ball knowledge. I said Arsenal were going to win 7-1. That's exactly what I said, didn't I? I remember saying. Now here's what I said exactly. They're going to score 7 goals, and PSV are going to score 1. That's exactly what I said. Look at the tape. Check the tape.
7 goals is a lot.
It's a lot of
against
goals.
Anybody.
Oh no. Are you hitting me with a 7-0 or is that what you're gonna do? I'm ready for it.
7 goals is a lot.
I still think we haven't fully recovered from that.
Not scoring 1.
No.
In a 7-0 game.
All right,
that's crazy.
Moving on. So speaking of, what you were gonna say something, Dean?
Score predictions for tomorrow, real quick.
Yeah. I'll do them too.
I've got 1-0 Inter. I've got 2-1 Bayer Leverkusen. I've got 2-1 Barcelona, and I've got 2-2 PSG Liverpool.
All right. Oh. I'm gonna go 2-0 Inter. I like 3-1 Barca. 4-2 Leverkusen.
Sick game.
2-1 PSG. Leave it all leave it all at Anfield to come back.
I'm gonna go 0-0 Inter Feyenoord, 3-2 Bayern, 3-1 Barca, and I'm gonna go 2-2 PSG Liverpool.
3-1 Bayern. You said.
3-2 Bayern. 3-1 Barca.
3-2 Bayern.
Byron.
I
Okay.
like it. They're in Munich. Interesting. Yeah, that'll be a banger.
That'll be a fun one.
I'll be watching at work.
I
have stuff to do.
I'll actually be home.
I'll be working. I'll be watching at work.
Well, speaking of United and Tottenham, real quick, we can dive into a little bit of Europa League, the superior European competition. We're not gonna go through every game because I mean, Bodo Glimt Olympiacos. Yeah, I can't wait to talk about that.
Stinkers.
So I think we'll just stick to United and Tottenham game if you want.
Sure.
I'll start. We are away to Real Sociedad, who are in shit form, as are we. We suck against Spanish sides. We lost to a terrible Sevilla a couple years ago. Yeah, I think we lose tomorrow. I'm Thursday.
I will put out there, United played 120 minutes at the weekend. Sociedad rested some guys, I believe. They lost 4-0 to Barca, got a red card early. But I'm pretty sure they rested a couple guys.
Yeah, they know who the real competition is.
Could be important.
Yeah, I think we lose. I don't. In Sociedad, I mean, again, they're not great, but neither are we. Honestly,
they're pretty good defensively.
Who?
I believe
Sociedad.
I think Sociedad are pretty good defensively.
Yeah, 4-0's tight. Yeah, I'm just kidding.
United's results.
I'm just kidding. Well, we don't have to go through ours. I didn't say we were defensively sound. Listen, like it all depends if Onana wants to scissor kick a ball into our own net. Like, if we actually decide to turn up, which somehow we are the only team unbeaten in Europe this season. I don't know how that's possible. I don't know if it's even true, but they tweeted it out, so I think it's true.
It is true.
Look, I know it's true. No.
Well,
no.
That's why. You played against, who did you guys play in Europa League? You played Rangers at home, full strength. You played Victoria Plzen. You played Bodo Glimt. You played Thessaloniki.
Hey, we still got to win those games.
You didn't win them all. You drew them.
I mean, we still need to not lose those games.
Yeah, you did your job to get here, but none of that matters until now anyways.
Exactly. I think that, listen, if they want to turn up, if they want to actually see like, hey, this is our only route to any sort of success from this awful season, the worst season of all time, now's the time. Let's turn up. We know we haven't lost in Europe. That's got to mean something in the locker room, I think. Let's go beat this team because we can. And if they want to do it, I think they can. If we want to score, I think we can. We're just not creating chances. We're defensively making mistakes. It's just a lot of individual errors that we make that lead to just shit. But I want the boys to win really bad, but I don't think we do. Not in Spain. Maybe like 2-1.
I think I agree with you. United fans, please cover your ears. I've got 3-0.
3-0.
Maybe worse.
Worse.
I don't like United anymore. I put my life on them with Ipswich, and they made it difficult, beyond difficult.
We make it difficult for ourselves.
Did not deserve to win. Did not deserve to win by any means. Did not deserve to win by any means. Do not give me that look. Do not give me that look.
Ipswich did not look like scoring the whole second half.
The game against Ipswich.
They didn't look like they were going to score, though.
They're fucking shite.
Exactly.
to be fair, I mean, I think you're playing a team that's legit now, or at least a bit more legit than a team that's battling relegation.
Mm-hmm. Well, so are we. So.
And to say they're in bad form is a little. It's not wrong. I mean, they've lost their last two, but this is you're talking about against Barcelona and Real Madrid. I mean, you might as well not count that. They did their job against Midgetland. And they needed to. So I don't know. I think this is two teams sort of on opposite planes at the moment, and usually when that's the case, it doesn't end well for the team that's been struggling so badly. Now, part of me wants to weirdly give them a way through, a path through. I don't see it. Maybe I'm blind, but
Listen, I'm as
I don't
jaded
know.
as you and anyone. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna be delusional at all. However, I saw it somewhere, and let me just get this exactly. I can't tell. We're like 3-2 in 2025, which doesn't feel like that.
But
Doesn't feel like that.
But we've been winning it.
If I pull up their schedule, can we talk? Let's talk through who they've played in that time.
It doesn't matter.
It's
It
been
absolutely
a
does matter.
pretty
Well,
light.
Arsenal, Liverpool are in there.
Yeah, and so is Leicester at home. So is what is
Away at
FC?
Everton.
Sparta Basel.
Hey, put some
Nope.
respect on their name. They were
Nope.
8th in the Europa League.
You played
They're
Rangers.
Romanian.
You played Southampton.
They are Romanian.
They were 8th.
Bucharest.
They were in the top 8 of the Europa League. How dare you, sir? Put some respect on their Romanian name.
Yeah.
FCSB's quality. That's a bad one. A bad one.
Look, I'm not saying we hit world beaters, but I'm saying we're winning. We win games.
You find a way. That's true.
And
I mean,
I'm just saying it's possible. Do I think we're gonna win? No, not this week. Maybe next week at Old Trafford. Which
yeah,
again,
wow.
like I said last week for Ipswich, isn't a good thing that we're at home. So I don't know. This season's so beyond chalked for me that I honestly, to be honest, don't care. Like
I think it'll be a 1-0 Sociedad. I think both teams are going to struggle to score. United's attacking struggles are insane right now. Xerxes looks pretty good, but not as a finisher, as a
link up man,
chance creator, and you don't have the people to put the ball in the net right now.
Finish those.
Yeah,
I think
Cheeto looked good.
Fun fact, real quick. Pointless stat of the day. Last 6 games between the two teams, dating back to 2013, there has been a side in every single game that did not score. There was a 1-0, a 0-0, a 4-0, a 0-0, a 1-0, and a 1-0.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's a good
And
present.
I'm going 1-0 Sociedad.
I gotta expect that.
I don't hate the 1-0. I don't hate the 1-0 shot, but I think, I don't know. I think the one comes early for me, and then the heads get lost for United. And
this is the thing. If we score early, if we score first, we win. We haven't scored in the first half of a game in the last 17 games.
Big injuries for Sociedad, though. Missing 2 of their center midfielders. Zubamendi is doubtful, I believe, and Susic also.
Yeah, we'll see. Our injury little mini crisis has kind of subsided a little bit. It's not as bad as it.
Your will not plays are not looking great.
You have 2 good players. One of them are injured.
Who, Manu?
No, Diallo.
Oh, that's right.
Manu's good.
I forgot about
And Licha is good.
Manu's good, but hasn't had a great year.
There we go. Yeah,
in terms of where he was last year.
All right, stop. I'm not talking about it. I'm not talking about it. Yeah, no, but it's not as bad as I thought. Like, I think Aiden Heaven and Cheeto looked really good. I know Obi can't play. He's not registered in the squad. But he was like creating chances for himself with I don't know if Hoyland knows how to do that. And I love Rasmus. I really want him to do well. He's just not doing well. Like you haven't scored in 20 games. Like that's unacceptable. Like, and I know he's young. He's 21 years old. He
needs a move. He'll find something with new scenery
and I know there's a player in there. Like when he's hot, but he just cold way too much.
He needs to go back to Italy.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I agreed. But
like I've seen a lot about Vlahovic leaving Juve. If they don't sign Kolomuani, I could see him being really good there.
Yeah.
Or being Kolomuani.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know
we might swap him with cash for Osimhen to Napoli. So maybe at Napoli he could do something.
I hate that move for him.
Needs to be in the Prem.
For who?
The thing is, Hoyland will go to Galatasaray and not start for them.
I just said to Napoli.
Oh,
because Napoli.
Oh, Osimhen's on loan from.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean that would be a good move. He'll be
Yeah.
behind Lukaku.
And yeah, I just think Hoyland's not in an environment to grow. Like he's the main man. He can't be the main man yet.
No.
Anyway, but all that aside, I think we lose this week. Next week we'll see at Old Trafford. Anything can happen, but I just need Amrim to get the players he wants gone, bring in who he wants, and hopefully we can turn things around next season. But I'm not confident. I'm not confident. And Tottenham have AZ. Alkmaar.
I, on the other hand of United, am confident. Solanke, Van de Ven, Romero all back in training today. I don't know that they all start. I don't know if they'll feature. All back. We finally got our players back and started winning games. That's what happens when you have injuries and players coming back. You start winning again. Obviously, we lost City, but in the second half, looked so much better. We rested players for that reason. We didn't play. We're not in the FA Cup. We didn't play over the weekend. I saw. You can fact check me on that. I'm pretty sure Alkmaar played last midweek, 120 minutes, and then played again on Sunday.
Oh yeah.
So in the time that we finished after we finished our City game, they've played 120 minutes and another game, which could play a part. I don't know how much they've rotated or had the ability to do that, but could play a role. We're gonna get our players back. I think we'll win 3-1.
Yeah, I can see Spurs
Parrott
winning.
hat trick.
Who?
Troy Parrott,
I own Spurs.
former Tottenham legend.
I own
Troy
Spurs.
Parrott revenge game. Yeah, I think Kel will get one. I think Kel will get one. But Son came off the bench in the last game, so he'll be fit to start. Kulusevski's hurt, I believe, will not be playing, which is okay.
That's a big loss.
He's been out of form because he's played more minutes than I think like anybody in the entire league that's an outfield player. So
Bruno.
I don't think it's anything bad. I think he's missing like this game and one more. Give him the rest he needs. We have all of our other wingers back. We'll do Son, we'll do Brennan, and then we have Odegaard to come off the bench. So
Here's my thing. Here's my thing with Tottenham. See where you're coming from with the opposite trajectory in terms of players are coming back and the confidence is growing. We're still talking 3 of 5 as losses. With one of the 2 wins in that 5 being mighty Ipswich.
What do you mean?
And the other win. No.
2 in a row?
You can't have won 3 in a row if City beat you at the weekend. At the midweek. But regardless, the 2 wins that are giving you confidence, which is fine. I mean, a win is a win. You beat Manchester United, which is like beating Ipswich, which you also
3
did.
Premier League games in a row. Sorry. That's what it was.
Yes.
Until the midweek.
But any of the competitions, right. So essentially just 3 Prem games over a period of time that you want. But yes. I do agree. I mean, they're getting guys back. This feels like one of those games where if they don't get 3 points, it's probably over. I would imagine.
No, we're away. We're away.
It doesn't. I don't. Doesn't bother me. I'm saying outside of that, they could be home, they could be away. I think you absolutely must get 3 points to be considered back.
I mean, to be considered back, yeah. But in terms of advancing to the next round, which is what's ultimately important, if we draw, I'm happy. We come back next week. That's another week of training for Romero, for Solanke, for Van de Ven. Vicario is back, and he looks like one of the best goalies in the league right now.
He's class. I'm just my thing with all this is the 6th place team in the Netherlands.
They're 6th.
You're a big 6 club in the Prem. You need to. I like. This is my perspective. I mean, you're the fan of them, but if I was a fan, I would need 3 points and handily.
No, I
You want to
agree.
rest. You want to
Yeah.
rest guys in the second leg type of beating tomorrow.
I agree.
But
I agree. I mean,
I'm looking.
with the
I'm looking
point,
forward to it. I'm looking forward to it because if they do show out, then I'll probably start to get nervous as a football fan that they could actually win the competition.
I
And
will
nobody wants
say
it.
we did play them already in the Europa League. We beat them 1-0. They did get a red card it was the 85th minute. Penalty scored by Richarlison. But if you go back
Feels
to
like
our
ages
lineup,
ago.
if you go back to our lineup in that game, our goalie was Fraser Forster.
Yeah.
Our center back pairing was Dragisin and Ben Davies.
Yeah. It's
Um,
essentially a non-starter. It
yeah.
might as
And
well.
our midfield was strong. Probably the same one that we'll go with on Thursday: Madison, Bentancur, Bergvall. But our front three was also Mikey Moore, Richarlison, and Timo Werner, and we beat them 1.
I mean,
Mhm.
having a back three that consists of Ben Davies and anyone else and not giving up a goal and Fraser Forster is ultimately impressive. But this, I mean, this is, well, when was this? October.
It was a while ago.
Like it's two different teams. I can't
Yeah.
say I know much about Alkmaar, but
I don't either. I don't know too much either. I know
uh,
Troy Parrott's pretty good.
yeah,
I don't know if they have any injuries.
I don't
Van
know.
Bommel injured.
they're missing
That's your boy.
Van Bommel,
Future star. Oh, actually, one of their big players, Sven Mijnans.
Magnans.
Yeah, you know who it is, right?
Man,
He's got a
yeah,
torn Achilles, so he will
that's
not be playing. That's a
doesn't
big
sound
miss.
great.
Yeah, Spurs should win.
Should be.
Should.
For sure win. Interestingly enough, they are a very short favorite. They're plus 100.
Yeah, I think when you say
I
like
think a draw is a good bet. I don't think we're not gonna go full strength. We're not gonna rush anybody back because of Romero
Van de
came
Ven's
in.
running out of hamstrings.
Yeah, he's running out of hamstrings. Romero came back at one point, played like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Got re-hurt. We haven't seen him. He also just got called up for Argentina before he's even played a game with us.
Weird.
It's tough.
Weird. They might just want him around though, that kind of thing. But yeah, I don't know. I think a draw just makes things dangerous because then you give them the thought that like just one 90-minute game. You know?
Yeah, of course it
I
does.
think they're going to be looking to. I think they're going to be looking to stomp him out, so that there's no second guessing in that.
Stomp them out,
moment.
mates.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds like something that Andrew would say.
Exactly.
Stomp 'em out.
He wants to stomp him out. That's what I think.
Yeah.
But
And Phil will get one. I think Madison will get one. Jed Spence.
Yeah.
Tell better
Master
get one. He
Tell.
hasn't done shit.
if you're scoring
Who?
3 goals,
Tell.
you're not drawing tomorrow.
Hell yeah, no, he hasn't. Statistic wise has been bad. He scored against Villa at the end of the game. It didn't really mean much.
Mm-hmm.
His movement off the ball is very, very good.
So was Hoyland's for a time.
Huh?
So was Hoyland's for a time. I think Spurs should win. When you keep saying like we're back, like I don't know, like what are you back to?
It's got to be tomorrow.
And then the full strength Tottenham still doesn't convince me.
Yeah.
This
we
whole,
haven't seen it.
We haven't seen
that. We haven't seen it.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting. Just one thing, Europa League before we jump.
Yeah.
My prediction, because I know we're not doing every game.
For the whole thing.
But the one thing I will say, the winner. This might sound crazy. It's gonna sound crazy. The winner of Ajax Frankfurt wins the Europa League.
Oh.
Ajax aren't very good. I'm not scared of them.
That's completely fine.
If you can click, you're gonna end up
I'm
clicking
not
that when
scared
they
for that.
inevitably beat Frankfurt and then beat us. But
Correct.
Okay.
The winner of that matchup, whoever makes it through, wins the entire thing.
Okay. Drop. Oh, mic drop is what you meant.
I think if it's not going to be Tottenham, it's not going to be Tottenham. My 2 shouts, which could be the final, I would bet that it would be the final if Tottenham's not in it. Lazio loses to Bilbao. Bilbao is where the final is. If they get there, they're going to win that game. It's a home game. But
Lazio's the number one, right?
Yeah.
Bilbao
have Roma. So tough matchup in the first round there.
Very.
I think if we get through Sociedad, I think we get to the final. If we win it, I don't know.
Interesting.
Because
get through Sociedad.
if we get through Sociedad, it's literally like, okay, so the team only cares about Europa League, as they really should, because everything else is done. Okay, maybe they're going to give it a go. I think they can do it. If they get through
You likely
Sociedad.
get Lyon.
You guys lose to Lyon.
Do we?
That'd be another fun matchup, though.
Lyon aren't
I feel
that
like
good.
it'd be very similar.
Turkey
to
hat trick.
Sociedad.
No. I like Turkey. He's not that good. He's good, but he's not.
That would be.
He's not a hat trick good. That's what I'm saying.
A lot of goals.
Anyways,
Across 2 legs.
That's not how hat tricks work.
Have you seen the Mourinho path to the final against all of his former teams?
No.
Mourinho for Fenerbahce, they win. He could play Roma. That's a former team. Or yeah, then they win. He gets United, another former team. Tottenham in the final, another former team. Which will be pretty cool for him, but I don't think they're going to do it. They'll beat Rangers. I think whoever they play in the next round, Roma or Athletic Club rather, will be a good matchup.
Yeah, and this draw, they don't do another draw, right?
No.
Like it's now a bracket for the rest of the way.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. No, I think
I don't even know who we could get. I haven't looked that far.
I really like Frankfurt.
You play the winner of Lyon and the Romanian team.
So Lyon, if we get through.
That's one of the better matchups that you can hope for. Tottenham get the winner of Ajax Frankfurt. That's a gauntlet.
Correct. I think Frankfurt eliminates you.
I wish Marmouche was still there.
It's a big loss for them. You also have to remember that they're where they are in the league with Marmouche.
Yeah.
Which granted, their last. Yeah, if you go to their games, their last.
Haven't been
they're
good.
really not.
I mean, they played Bayern and Bayer Leverkusen.
Again, they beat Holstein Kiel at home. They drew Gladbach. They drew Wolfsburg, who are not very good. They lost to Roma. Tied Hoffenheim, who are having like the worst year they've ever had.
Yeah, I can see Frankfurt doing something.
I could see them making a run.
I like them. I also think Ajax are picking it back up again. They definitely hit a lull at some point during the season. I forget when it was.
No, it was last year.
Last year they were like dead last.
It was last year, but
really bad.
I mean, I know they're still doing their thing.
I think Lazio are pretty good though.
Lazio are probably being slept on, and they have a pretty easy schedule.
They play the winner if they advance through Victoria Plzen, then they play Olympiacos or Bodo Glimt.
They're virtually a shoo-in for the semifinal. Where they'll lose to Frankfurt, but they're a shoo-in for that. But I don't know. Europa League's always fun. You get a bunch of like bad soccer, and you just get to sit back and enjoy it.
Yeah, definitely.
The Wolves will be back there next year. But
I remember that.
Sorry, in 4 years.
Clip that now.
Clip it now.
Which I think we're done with the Europa League. If we want to just go to Wolves and Matthias Cunha. Very, very bad. Really bad. Like I
don't even know where to begin. Getting sent off in that situation might have been one of the dumbest things I've ever seen.
It wasn't even like a bad tackle. He threw 2 punches. He threw a kick and he threw a headbutt on the field.
It's crazy.
The headbutt. People crying about the headbutt can kiss my ass. That was the softest. He tapped him on the forehead. I wish he actually did it because then at least he'd earn this suspension.
How long did you spend it for? 4 games?
To be at 4 games in the Premier League, bro. You cannot do that.
Bulls are going down.
If you pull up who they
we very well might. No, we have pretty.
They're away to Southampton and away to Ipswich.
That's lucky.
It's gonna come down to.
No, that's not lucky. They're gonna lose.
I might swerve in that corner.
Whoa.
I don't think we're gonna lose.
Of course, he comes back for Tottenham.
By that point, the team's not going to be motivated to do anything.
And then United the game after that.
For fuck's sake.
4 games when you're in the relegation battle. Embarrassing. And also, if you're up by a penalty and you have one to win the game, you have to win. You have to win the game. You have the ball at your feet. At Doherty, Really? Really? And now we're being clipped. Oh my god, Wolves have never got this much media attention because Wutara had a fake free kick penalty goal. Incredible goal, by the way.
It was a cool penalty.
Incredible. Just added a lot of insult to injury. But I'm astounded at the loss of head from these Brazilians. And it's the same thing. João Gomes the exact same way. If you they lose their heads. I don't understand. It's just starts from the top. It starts from the top. Coaching. If you can't control your players, this is going to happen. It's been happening all year.
They've been downhill since they gave up Nuno, and look at him now.
I mean, we were downhill before giving up Nuno, but it's just a mess. They're not worth the conversation because they're so irrelevant. But seeing them in the news because their player assaulted somebody on the field, and then seeing them again because their goalkeeper didn't realize that a penalty was being taken, it's really not fun to be a Wolves fan right now. And luckily, there's so much other competitions going on. Although it really would have been nice to still be alive.
The FA Cup.
That was the last. I don't care what it is. That was the last.
Every good team is out of it except for City, pretty much.
That's fun if City can lose.
It needed to be us.
City can lose.
Win. It needs to be our tournament to win. That was our shot for an actual trophy.
City's going to win it because they're having a down year, and of course they'll still find a way to a trophy because that's what Pep does.
They have Bournemouth.
Very, very frustrating. Very frustrating.
I mean, if any team could do it, Bournemouth are very capable.
Yeah, there's still the Bournemouth. There's Nottingham Forest in it.
Yeah.
Brighton.
Well, I'm gonna move on if that's okay, because Witchman gave me a great transition. I think we could talk prime games of the weekend, and then quickly we can touch on the Bruno thing, and then we're done. Speaking of Forest and City, they play each other. Third place and fourth place, or City and fourth.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who do we think wins that? Nottingham Forest or home? They just held Arsenal there 0-0.
City. City win 2-0.
Okay.
Maybe 3-1. They'll win by 2 goals.
I'm only going to do notable games.
I'm all aboard. I think beating Tottenham, whether they're depleted or not, they struggle to do that a lot of the times. I think they're going to be City for the rest of the year.
Okay.
And I think they'll make the biggest difference in the final standings of the Prem, based on their outcomes for the rest of the season.
I'll take
They
Forest.
might finish above Arsenal.
I'll take Forest. Why not?
Yeah, no, Forest are fun, but
I just don't think I think City are a much better team than Arsenal, and Arsenal dominated Forest.
That's true.
Forest had maybe one opportunity with Chris Wood. Other than that, they did nothing. They didn't have much of the ball.
And then the only other notable game, Spurs, Spurs Bournemouth. I don't know.
I think it'll depend on the lineup that we put out on Thursday.
Yeah, it's a weird one. Wolves Everton.
Yeah, skip. Hopefully we lose 6-0. I don't know what's gonna make this team change. But
if I do say so myself, the big one is United Arsenal, who just won 7.
It is the name, yeah.
7-1 at the midweek, and we're gonna lose 1-0. That could get ugly. It could get ugly. Now, we've been good against Arsenal this season. We beat them in the FA Cup with 10 men for a full half and extra time, so basically a full game. And we're at Old Trafford. We're at home. Look, if we do this thing where we turn up for big games in the Prem, that we seem to do, and we beat City, tied Liverpool at Anfield, beat Arsenal in the FA Cup, knocked them out. If we could reach that level, I think we could get something. Now a draw.
Let's not forget Arsenal have a full 2 extra days of rest. You're playing in Spain on Thursday and then playing against Arsenal on Sunday.
No, I know. They could be tired.
That's a big factor in that matchup.
Yeah, definitely.
I think we see just an awful game, quite frankly. I think you have a team that's just won 7-1 in the tournament that matters. I think they know their title hopes are just about gone, if not completely gone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they'll have much of a reason to show up. And then as for United, I mean, they're playing like Ben just said. I mean, they're playing Thursday.
Arsenal have been shit in the Prem.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be much of a spectacle. Maybe 1-1, 0-0.
For Arsenal to go all out for the United game and then rest players for PSV.
Yes, that's the only other thing I could think of.
Against PSV.
Yeah, they won't be. They should be playing their.
I think it'll be I don't think it'll be boring and close. It could go either way or a draw, which is every possibility.
I just think Arsenal's lack of finishing.
Will equal our lack of finishing.
Or draw?
Huh?
Did you say you think it's going to go either way or draw?
Yeah, and then I said which gives me every possibility in the game.
Smart.
Smart. Hedge my emotions. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't even want to talk about United actually, but we do for this last point because we are on the hour. But we'll end quickly with this whole Roy Keane Bruno controversy. Everybody's still been talking about it and still talking about it as of today. I think Roy Keane needs to shut his fucking mouth. Just gonna smash into somebody just to make me feel better. Like, bro, listen, these ex-players. I fucking cannot stand these ex-players, bro. I can't stand them. And I like Roy Keane, but his Captain Roy Keane was, 10, 15, 20 years ago. I don't know how many years. It's different. Bruno's a different player. Bruno's not Roy Keane. Bruno's not going to headbutt somebody because, and he talks about his whining and shit and all that crap, like, that everyone says, like, listen, I'd rather him do that than him not care or.
But to chime in,
I don't take a chime and shove it up your ass. I'm almost done. Look, and Bruno has a lot of right to bitch and moan at these horrendous refs in the Premier League, who everyone bitches at anyway, when they make horrible decisions and have known to make horrible decisions, like Michael Oliver not giving that fucking goalkeeper a red card right away for taking off Mateta's head. He didn't give him a red right away, which is ridiculous.
Bruno should have done something about that.
See, this is why I'm trying to make a serious point. Just shut the fuck up. And I knew you would annoy me in this segment, which is why I didn't really want to do it, but I wanted to. Yeah, look, I love Bruno. Obviously, I'm a United fan, so I have that bias. But look, he's our best player, far and away. He's way better than Odegaard ever will be. Actually, that's not true. Odegaard's still young. He's way better than Odegaard has been up until this point. And honestly, up there with KDB, and statistically, I can't see what you're probably making a face. And I'd argue that if they were swapped and Bruno was on City, I think he would have shattered KDB's stats.
I disagree.
Okay. I'm not done yet. Let me say, because then we're gonna go on a tangent. I'm gonna forget.
This is your segment now?
Yeah, I wanted to talk about this topic, so I'm gonna talk about it. You talk about fucking how many vacation days Tottenham have for a half hour. Let me talk about this for 5 minutes. So, yeah, look, I think he's not mid. All right, that's where he plays on the field. Yeah, look, I love Bruno. I think he's our best player far and away. He has been for since he's been here. He's won us. I think we'd be literally in the relegation zone without him this season. I think off the field, also his character in terms of talking captaincy. Really quick, what?
I am next.
Okay, no. yeah. Whichman and then you. Let me, because I need to get this off my chest because I've been thinking about this. And then you guys, I want to hear a non-United fan perspective, but off the field, he's been buying and funding employees stuff with all these cuts and things. He just seems like a genuine great dude, and he doesn't deserve half the fucking stick he gets, but just because he's our best player, he gets it. And I think he's absolutely captain material. I mean, if you're putting up those numbers in a shit United team for how many years, they talk about not being an example. That's an example. Like, he actually does shit and makes shit happen, like, which is something that United doesn't do. The other players. And yeah, I think he's an example. I think he's a great captain. I think he can fucking bitch and moan wherever he wants. As far as I'm concerned, if he's gonna put in the effort that he does every single week in, week out. He played 120 minutes the other day. He's gonna play the full 90. Like, he always shows up. He barely gets injured, and he's just our best player. So I love Bruno. He's a great captain. Where can you shut your mouth, Witchman?
You done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. I agree with things you said, and I disagree.
Okay. They
I
are.
think that Bruno is a phenomenal player.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's lost in this United team because of how much they've struggled. But they, as you said, do not even.
I was just gonna
talk.
say, I literally thought about today that I want him to leave, so he can go win stuff because he deserves it. Go on.
But yeah, like, I watched the Everton game. You guys, one of the worst halves I've ever seen.
Not even watch that game.
He, in the second half, single-handedly brought you in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
He
was playing attacking mid for the first half. They were doing nothing. He was coming back to get on the ball. Nothing was going on. He then dropped back even further, was practically playing center defensive mid in that game to make sure that the ball got where it needed to go. And they got a point. So yeah, you guys would absolutely be in the relegation if it wasn't for him. However, how good he is at the sport means zero to do with being a captain. I don't care. I don't care if he leads the league in goals, in assists, in tackles, or anything. That means zero in terms of being the leader for the team. Yeah, working on the field helps. But if you're the captain, you are, when the team is down, it is your job to bring everybody together as one, and you guys have not been one. So who can you blame for that other than Amarim or the captain?
Did you just say he single-handedly got us in that Everton game?
Yes, himself. Like, I don't think that anybody else was.
He always took a free kick. But the team plays through him, so he's technically bringing everybody together.
No, I don't mean.
You mean emotionally? No. I know what you mean.
In every way. In every way.
Ironically,
and, like, I don't know what he does behind the scenes. I don't, like, in terms of, like,
you don't know the guy.
Tottenham, I'll see training videos. I know, like, so you have an idea of that stuff, and I'd imagine that you know more about United and how he is, like, in the locker room and stuff like that. But from what I can see, he doesn't seem like that leader. And the bitching and moaning, I'm gonna have to disagree with your point. That shows that he cares. It shows that he cares, but you can't bitch and moan, because the point, like, if you're the captain, you're supposed to be the one person that can communicate with the ref.
He communicates. You're the
contact point. If you're gonna bitch and moan every time that everything goes your way, the ref is not gonna want to communicate. Like, they're not gonna care to communicate with you. They're not gonna. If you bitch and moan, it's not setting an example for the rest of the team. And I don't think you can have that mentality of, like, being a crybaby on the field, but then also lead the team. Because, like, Bruno's on the field with Cheeto. Cheeto's, what, 17 years old? He sees his captain not even get fouled, because Bruno will bitch and moan about stuff that's not a foul. He'll get lightly touched, flop, and then bitch and moan.
Okay.
Like,
he doesn't do that as much anymore. This season, he doesn't flop.
For you to have to say as much anymore.
Yeah, he definitely.
But that
who doesn't do it? He's not like he's the only one doing it.
Correct. But if you're a captain, you do not lead a team by bitching and moaning about little things that shouldn't be a foul. If you're a leader, you see a 17-year-old do that, you pick them up, you tell them it happens, and you move on.
He did, though.
You don't do that on the field.
He does. He absolutely does. He talks to everybody the whole time. During the game, he tells them where to go and what to do. Makes sure the team's organized. And he led the team talk before the penalty shootouts against Fulham, even though we lost them. But he does, but he does that shit. Like, I don't know. I like the bitching and moan. Like, I feel like it's just separate. I know it's not the best example, but in terms of setting one for your team, but I don't know.
I also want to say, to your outrageous KDB take,
that's not outrageous at all. His numbers are right up there with him. In United side.
Yeah, no, that doesn't help just because he's been the only good United player for the last couple of years.
Yeah,
So
well,
like his stats are
But that
inflated.
part
Whereas
helps.
KDB
That part helps.
has been injured, and on a team that has 6 different people that will create on the field at a time.
okay, so
So,
that
like,
The only thing with that is inflating stats in a team where you're the only good player is a good thing for you. Like that's a plus for Bruno
yeah,
because he's playing with nobodies. But
yeah,
but
no,
anyways,
yeah. I think you
who do
contradicted
you think
yourself.
is a? I think of Bruno as a similar level to a Bernardo Silva at his prime.
I'm gonna fucking throw up. All right. Do you think Bruno
No.
should be do you think Bruno should be a captain? Yes or no?
No,
Dean, what do you have to say?
all right. Finally, I've been waiting for this one, nice and quiet.
Like a good little boy. Sorry.
If you want me to get it out at the beginning, I can let you know.
Tell me.
If you want me to build
It's
up
not just
it.
to me. It's it's you.
No. I don't think so. I don't think he should get the captain's badge. Now, for me, this comes from not just Bruno, anybody. I don't usually like a captain that's not on the back line. Because I think those are the communicators.
So you prefer a Harry Maguire captain?
I do. I really do.
I do as well.
And I think it should be him. I think it should be.
I
him.
don't hate that.
Talk about somebody that puts their head down, does their job. Sure,
As big as his head is, he could fall over. It puts it down. So, but yeah, no, absolutely.
really
Right.
fired. God
Right.
damn.
I mean, I think it's giant, but
Massive.
But I think that it's not. I feel bad for Bruno that he got the captaincy, and it's strictly because of. It seems to be strictly because of goals and assists, and that's just simply not how it works. Like I think I agree with Ben. It's more about setting the example in every moment, and yeah, every player complains and every player flops, and that's typical stuff. But funny enough, a Harry Maguire doesn't really happen with him, and this is someone that's been there for a really long time and has been through the high of the highs, the low, and the lows of right now. I don't agree with the whole imposter thing that he was going on. It's like a lot of what he was saying was just like he should hit somebody.
Yeah.
And that's just
Or
idiotic. That's the oh, I played back when we used to elbow each other in the throat and there wasn't a red card. Like nobody's impressed by that in our generation, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I disagree with him fully there, but surely he'll DM me after this because
he watches.
Because we're big, and he's obviously watching. But I think in the end, the armband needs to be on someone who's game in, game out, heads down, setting the example, communicating easily with the referee, not getting red cards. I'd almost go as far as to say there should be 0 red cards for a captain on the year.
Yeah, this has been he never
little
had one
things
until
like
this
that.
year.
Yeah, right. And it's a weird stain on his season because he's been so great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird that it's even a conversation, and it's weird that Amorim has to come out and talk about it. And I think they can't go back now. I don't think they're going to go back now. They'll keep him at the captain for the rest of the year. But it's just a weird little bump in the road that seems so unnecessary. But I'd get it if they switched it over to somebody like a Harry Maguire.
I get the bitching and moaning not being a good example. I just see Bruno do so much else, and I agree that he probably got the captaincy for his ability because no one else on the team is performing. And so Ten Hag was like, hey, look at that guy, do what he's doing, so give him the captain. However, like I said, he does his work rate, his passion for the club, off the field, everyone loves him. Every post-match interview he does is great. Everything he says is great. That letter he wrote to the fans last year before we won the FA Cup was fucking beautiful. And then he gave a 10 out of 10 against City in their treble season. No, wait. Did they win the treble last year? Was that last year? No, Madrid won last.
No, Madrid won.
Madrid won. It's title winning season.
2 years ago.
Champions League.
City's title winning season.
Year 4 of winning the Prem.
Yeah. That's what it is. I just think I wouldn't mind like Harry Maguire captain, Alessandro captain. Like he's got that attitude as well.
He's a leg.
Yeah, and needs to stop scissor kicking people with 2 legs.
Yeah, another example of like just a little
Yeah, like so.
reckless.
Yeah, he's a little
I
reckless.
also just quickly I want to add before we
Yeah, we're about to
wrap
wrap up.
up.
We're about to wrap up.
Yeah, I just want to say that I don't think United have a true captain on their roster, and
I think
I think Bruno's been thrown into that, and isn't that guy. I don't think they have that guy. I think Harry Maguire is closer to being that guy, but I don't think Harry Maguire's shouldn't be an
Who's Tottenham's
everyday
captain?
starter. Huh?
Who's Tottenham's captain?
Son.
similar. I mean, he would never be disrespectful.
Yeah. See
Get me wrong.
that's the difference is, but Son is
But
also like
fun.
the most loved player.
The
and,
one
like,
the nicest
different.
guy.
It's different.
It is
You got it
different.
for a different reason as well.
You got it for a different
But-
reason. But
My
so
my last note
Okay.
on captaincy stuff,
Mhm.
just because I think it relates perfectly.
Okay.
I think it would be like if Mateus Cunha was the captain of Wolves. You can't have those moments. He is the most talented player. Oh my goodness, beautiful footballer, so good at soccer. It is a marvel to watch. But you can't lose your head, and it can't be you
Sure.
ever at any point because
I don't think Bruno loses his head to that degree, but I see what you're saying.
No,
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, no, yeah. Just
So yes, no.
yeah. I mean,
No, I said no.
yeah, no, yeah, no,
yeah. All right,
Yeah.
that's episode 1. That flew by for me. We did an hour 15, so
Yeah.
over an hour, but that's fine.
And I could do this for another 5 hours.
That's why we're doing this.
Beautiful game.
Yeah. So next episode we'll go. We'll go over the rest of the Champions League games, Prem, what happened, anything else that pops up. It's every Sunday. Yeah, it was a good one. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Good. TikTok, YouTube, hit us up. There we go.